I started this alone, and I had every intention of keeping it that way. I had a plan. Life had a different one. And then things just got stranger.
What's happening to me? Partners?
Partners.
But the hard, inescapable truth is that sometimes we're not enough. Sometimes the world needs a team.
You call this a team? A girl with wings and a past lives complex. A deceased assassin. A pair of criminals. And a billionaire with more tech than he clearly knows what to do with.
I know exactly what to do with it. Most of the time.
And I'm half a hero, and my other half is combustible.
What you're up against is bigger than all of us.
Which is why it's gonna take all of you.
His name is Vandal Savage. He's been alive thousands of years. He is immortal and commands the most powerful army the world has ever seen.
And what makes you think we could stop him?
Because one day you do. Rip Hunter. I'm from East London. Oh, and the future. I'm a member of the Time Masters, an organization charged with protecting history itself. And in the future, as unlikely as it may seem, you people become a team. Well, those of you who survive at least. Savage's evil spans the course of history, so we will have to travel through time to stop him.
If that's the worst Savage can throw at us, we got this thing nailed down.
Why did you say that?
I can't imagine any kind of future where I'm a hero.
Well, you're not. In the future, none of you are heroes. You're legends.
So, you weren't dead?
Nope. You were just small. You don't believe me? All right. Just watch.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Lance Excalibur with the Aficionados, and that was the Heroes of Tomorrow trailer. Now, I gotta admit, I'm very excited for the Heroes of Tomorrow. I'm loving that they added all these elements from all these shows and they put it into this one big show and this one big shebang. So I'm very excited. I'm actually more excited about this show than Supergirl. But this show, I have to admit, is kind of like that mini Avengers movie that you always wanted. Like to give you like a more story-driven version of the Avengers, and that's what this is. At least to me, that's what this is. Now, the one thing that did surprise me is that Robbie Amell, the other half of Firestorm, doesn't seem to be in this show. That's kind of weird to me. He's a really awesome actor. I really love the guy, and I would love to see him especially in this series. But it seems like Victor Garbell, I believe his name is, he plays the other half of Firestorm. He seems that he's the only person that's going to be Firestorm in this. So I want to know how they're going to play that, because you need two people to make mean Firestorm. I hope he is in it and just couldn't make it for the trailer is what I'm hoping, but we didn't see him, so I don't know. Now, this could be a big spoiler, but Katie Lotz is also coming back. Now, I'm surprised she's coming back for the show. The way she died in Arrow, it seemed like they wanted it to be concrete that she's gone. Now, they're bringing her back as the White Canary, and I'm very excited to see her. I really did love her in the Arrow, but I want to know how that's going to play into the rest of the universe. Is she going to show back on? Is she going to show up on the shows again? You know, there's a big falling out with her dad and her sister. You know, when she died, that brought a huge impact to the Arrow. I really want to know how they're going to play that. Is she going to just stay in the future? Is she never going to show up on the shows again? So another thing is that she was dead for a very long time on the show. So how are they going to get her back into the Lazarus pit to keep her alive? Because you only have a certain amount of time that you can be dead before you get thrown in the Lazarus pit to come back to life. Because you can't just be bones and then get put in the Lazarus pit and everything just comes back together. Now this may be a spoiler alert, but Malcolm Merlyn did become Ra's al Ghul on the Arrow show, so maybe him becoming Ra's al Ghul was a part of the plan of bringing her back. So I don't know, but it's gonna be awesome. So I can't wait to see her on the show. Now the Atom becoming small. Like, I know that was one of those things where we didn't think that they would probably do it because of the budget. He does become small on the show. It does look a little cheap though, I have to admit. Like, if you look at Ant-Man in the movie and how they did the CG effects with that was beautiful. And then you see on the Atom, he kind of just goes small and it looks very, like, it looks a lot like cheap CG, I'm gonna be honest, it does. But it is cool that he's going small, so I would love to see them develop that and see how they pull that off on the shows. I know it's probably very expensive tech to do all this stuff, but it did look kind of cheap compared to what Arrow has been doing all season. It did, especially like Gorilla Grodd. He was beautiful. Like, the CG effects on him was like almost flawless, almost movie quality. So I would love to see what they do with the Atom and how they develop his tech and his powers. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be overusing the miniaturization is what you call it. Him getting small. They're not going to overuse it too much. Anyway, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be awesome. Brandon Routh is really good for the character. He brings a lot of that good witty dialogue to the scene, but he's not in many action scenes. I would love to see him in more action, and that's what it looks like they're doing for him, so it's gonna be great. Now, what did surprise me is that Captain Cold and Heatwave are definitely going to be on the Legends of Tomorrow. Now, the only issue I have with this is that in The Flash, he made it very clear, I will never be a hero. He gave this great speech at the end of The Flash. If you guys have seen this, spoiler alert, Now, he brought this really great speech at the end of the Arrow where he was like, I'm a villain, that's what I do. Why would you even trust me? You're crazy for trusting me. It was really good. It was very believable. Now, I've had a big opinion about Wentworth Miller playing Captain Cold because he's always seemed like a very cold person, ha, pun intended, right? But he never had a lot of personality. Even when he was in Prison Break, he never had a lot of personality, but he worked well with his actors. Hence, Dominique Purcell playing Heatwave, he actually works very well with Heatwave. So because Heatwave, Dominique Purcell really emphasizes Heatwave. He goes really on the crazy side of it, and I really like that. And they work very well together, especially in the dialogue. So, you know, by putting Heatwave on there, I think really balances Captain Cold out. Like, I think the most important thing for me is how he becomes a part of the team, or how he agrees to it, because he seemed very compelling at the end of the Arrow when he was like, I will never be a hero. So there's that. I really want to know how they're going to work out Rip Hunter and the Time Masters. I mean, there seems to be a lot of time travel going on in this show right now, especially with The Flash, and now you got this show that's pretty much based on time travel. I mean, when time travel's implemented into like comics and stuff, it's almost like you can't fail, because anything you can always go back in time and fix it. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna have some kind of safeguard to where like, we only can go back so much and we only can do so much. It's just like, you know, this time travel to me is just, as much as I like to see it occasionally, when it's overused, it feels like nothing is, you know, everything is safe because you can always go back in time and change things. You know, I like time travel, but I don't like time travel, so let's see how they use it. Now, Hawkgirl is going to be played by Ciara Renee. Now, I've never seen her in anything, and it didn't even show her in costume in the trailer, so I'm not sure exactly how awesome she's going to be, or if she even looks cool enough in a costume. They did show a few clips of like her flying in the sky, like the wings, some CG effects of her flying. So I would like to see how they work with her. You know, Hawkgirl is a pretty she's a pretty badass character, so I would like to know if she can play that badass character. Because even when she was standing with the guys in a group, when they were all like giving the speech by the Arrow and the Flash about them being heroes and stuff, and them being the team, you didn't see her with any wings or any hammer or nothing like that going on. So I would love to know exactly what they going. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with it. Now the other thing that really surprised me is that the Flash is going to be in the show. He did pop up in a lot of the scenes, so I wonder if you're going to have a permanent spot for him on the team or not. I'm not sure. But the one thing I love about Grant Gustin, he's like the cool guy at school. He's like that guy that like the nerds like him, the jocks like him, the goth kids like him, everyone likes him. He's like the guy that once he shows up at the party, everybody's like, hey, it's Grant Gustin. So I really do like that about his character, that he does bring that feel-good feeling to the show. When he shows up, everything's okay. And for the big WTF moment of the whole trailer is that Vandal Savage is going to be the bad guy. Oh my god, that's going to be crazy. I would love to see what they do with Vandal Savage, man. Now, we're going to do a nerd talk about this later on in the week, so don't worry, guys. You're going to hear the thoughts of Mason AJ, IBM, and Little Ren. Everybody's going to pretty much talk about this. I really wish I would have showed him on screen, but it's kind of good that they're keeping it a secret a little bit. Like, you know, we're going to show Vandal Savage later. But Vandal Savage, man, like that's a really nice villain to pick. He's one of those villains though that show up in all time eras, so I'm kind of surprised that he didn't show up in earlier Flash or earlier Arrow. Maybe they was just still piecing it together, but you know, in the future he has like this huge army and stuff, so I would like to see some development of that in like earlier seasons, maybe in season 4 of the Arrow or season 2 of the Flash, to kind of show some development of Vandal Savage. But hey, Vandal Savage, you can't really go wrong. Like, he's one of the biggest villains out there, man, so hell yeah. Now, that being said, what the hell is up with the Justice League? Okay, I understand, like in the trailer, Rip Hunter was saying how, oh, you guys are gonna be legends. Okay, you know what? The Justice League is the legends, the team, that legendary team of the future is the Justice League. Are they even going to address that? Are they even going to like talk about the Justice League? I mean, Vandal Savage beat the Justice League, so how are they going to beat Vandal Savage? I mean, don't get me wrong, they're an awesome team, but they're not better than the Justice League. They ain't better than Superman or Green Lantern. You know, I mean, they've been hinting a lot about Green Lantern in the Arrow. I'm wondering if he's going to get a show sometime, because that'd be kind of cool, right? But I mean, come on, the Justice League, man. Like, yes, the Legends of Tomorrow, I can't wait to see. It's going to be awesome spin-off, but where the Justice League? Especially if you're going into the future with Vandal Savage, where the hell is the Justice League? I can't stress this enough. Please comment down below and tell me where do you guys think they're going to go with this, because the Justice League, I mean, come on, man. You can't forget about them talking about future heroes and teams. It's like freaking Superman, you know, and Batman and all those guys. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think about the trailer in general. I thought it was an awesome trailer. I love the direction that they're going with them. I just would like to know some of those questions answered, like about the Justice League and Hot Girl in her costume, and you know, so just, you know, and Robbie Amell. What's going on with that dude? I would love to see him as Firestorm. My name is Excalibur with the Aficionados. I will see you guys later on this week. Peace.